What is going on, Bulls Nation? That was a heartbreaker last night, but you know what? Despite of that, I saw some positives on the Bulls, and we're going to talk about that right after this.
Get the lowdown on one of the most iconic basketball teams in the world. You're listening to Chicago Bulls Nation.
All right, Bulls Nation. So that was a heartbreaker. I'm not gonna lie. I was devastated about that. We could have prevented that twice. We got the game twice, but it slipped right through our fingers. And that's the story of the Bulls this year. But with that being said, I saw some positives this past few, 3-4 games that would get me in an optimistic mood with the Chicago Bulls. And games like this do happen. Unfortunately, it happens more now with the Chicago Bulls with our inconsistencies. And I get it. It is frustrating. But with that being said, there's some good things about this. LaVine, first and foremost, I'm going to start with that. He did have a bad shooting night. He still has some lapses, mental lapses as far as decision making and all that stuff. But, some of the positives are he's driving to the hole more. He's getting to the bucket, and he seems a bit more comfortable. He's not laboring as much as, compared to the beginning of the season. And I feel like he can turn this around. The season's still early. I know we're almost like a quarter to it, but there's a lot of games left. And the standings are packed. I know we're in the outside looking in. But this Bulls team, I just feel like we're too talented to be out in the playoffs. That's just how I feel. We were number one last year. What happened? Nothing really. But this year, I don't know. I just have some good feeling that, yes, we haven't completely turned the corner, but it feels like the three All-Stars are cognizant of getting the others involved. You can see DeMar DeRozan making it to a point that Drummond gets, he gets to eat. And Drummond has been playing terrific this past 3-4 games. He's been dunking the ball on everyone's head. They get to a point where, notice in the beginning of the game, they get Patrick Williams involved. And, they also get Vooch involved. Now, it hasn't clicked completely, but it's a transition period. But I like the fact that DeRozan is looking for them. Yes, he still goes into his, ISO mode, the hero ball kind of stuff. But that's just who he is, though. This is what we need DeRozan for. That when the game is close, like what happened last night, he did everything. He was clutch. He had 3 free throws. He has the balls to basically take that 3-pointer and get fouled. He, put us back into the game. Again, it might be, people are... Derrick Jones Jr. made 2 crucial mistakes. One of them is not making the free throw, and the other one he got back cut. But without Derrick Jones Jr., we wouldn't have been in the game to begin with. And speaking of Derrick Jones Jr., he's been playing really well. I think he has 14 points. He's been good. The bench production, it's been terrific this last game. We just lost. And things like that do happen. But again, I am optimistic with how this team is progressing, because you see progress. The defense is a lot quicker, snapper. They rotate a little bit more. Maybe it's the back-to-back. I don't know, but I see some progress, especially with putting other guys involved within the flow of the offense. Kobe White played terrific, although he didn't play good against the Mavericks, but he did play good against Atlanta. Again, Derrick Jones. Our bench, when they're playing well, and they did play well. Don't get me wrong. We just lost. Again, we just lost. But DeRozan almost back to his former self. He didn't really leave. Vooch playing good again. On the Mavericks game, they just killed the Mavericks, by the way. But this one's gonna be crucial against the Knicks. We want to win a string of games. And if we win 3 in a row, lose 1, 3 in a row, lose 1. Ideally not. I hope we go on a string where we win 5, 6, 7 in a row. That was put us back into, that dunk by that, it's nasty. But, if we can string this kind of wins, I think we'll be all right. We will be all right. And I still have confidence in this team. glad they're not gonna blow it out, blow it up. I mean, you know, there's reports that they want nothing to do with Russell Westbrook, and rightfully so. And look at DeRozan here, man, driving to the cup and one. It's just a matter of time. LaVine is gonna get his legs back, in my opinion. You know, and when he does, he's getting, you know, look at that. He's lashing to the hole a lot better now. Derrick Jones Jr. getting involved. Drummond, you know, again, engaged. It's going to be all right. We're going to be all right. But let me know in the comments how you feel about this. I know it sucks. But I'm looking forward. You know, I'm looking forward. And I feel good about this. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. So it really does help the channel out. And subscribe. Trying to get that 1,000, you know, subscribers. So thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video.